I mean, when you have a night like you guys had last night, it's actually plus having back to back that you can get back on the horse, so to speak. And
Yeah, I think we're all thankful that we showed up here today, even though we're a little bit late because the traffic, instead of letting this linger for 3 or 4 days, it was just hopefully one of those nights, new day today, sun came up, all those we're gonna talk about. But yeah, we're ready to get back at it for sure.
hi, coach.
How you doing?
How what's the most enjoyable part of coaching a player like Talia Copper, especially as it pertains to just who she is on the court?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone sees the kind of player she is, but she's probably even a better person, which is cool. She's a professional. She takes her game and work serious. I'm happy that she was rewarded with Player of the Week. Last night, she was a little bit under the weather. We've kind of got a bug going through our team right now, but I really thought that she should have had a chance to win it in week one, to be quite honest. So I'm glad that the league recognized what she's done for us at the beginning of the year.
Coach, what have you seen, if anything, that surprises you about Diana, coaching her up close? And it's just related to it. Just, obviously, she's going to retire at some point.
Yeah.
She's probably closer to the end than the beginning.
Yeah.
Do the math.
Yeah.
How have you given yourself that sort of opportunity to think through, what it is to be on the sidelines coaching somebody like her, who there hasn't been anyone like her?
Yeah, she's one of the reasons why I got excited about this job, the opportunity to coach her and be able to tell my daughters that I coach the greatest of all time. And she has not disappointed at all. It's amazing what she's doing 20 years in. I wanted her to play better last night, just going home and playing there. But just her daily approach, her vibe, not just to her work, but life in general. I think she's such a great example for our new staff, myself included, our new players that have been around, just to see what it takes. I've kind of said this about her, is like being the greatest sometimes is lonely, because she's doing things that others aren't willing to do. And so I give her a ton of credit for her approach and how she comes to work each and every day. That's not even just what she does for us on the court each night, but just like her approach, and it just raises the level of our professionalism within the group.
Coach, what have you seen from Kalia Copper and Natasha Cloud in terms of the way they complement each other, how well they play together, chemistry wise, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, the 1-2 punch of what they've brought from coming into this season. I think Nick and our front office has done a good job. Like, we just needed more pop. We needed more like that other gear, and they've both brought that. They bring a little bit something different to each their own. They're both super competitive. I think that's, if you were to ask them, that's just being from Philly, and just the love for the game and the competitive spirit. But Tasha's more of a pass first guard, which is kind of good to see. Those guards are unfortunately kind of going away, but the players love playing with her, which, if you can shoot it, why wouldn't you? And then Kai's just ability to score, and just her ability to get to the rim possession after possession. And so I think she's bought into the 3-point shot and the rim, kind of trying to trickle out some of those mid-range shots that obviously she can make, but just being more efficient in her scoring. But yeah, those two have completely impacted us, and that's kind of like, those two are going to push us in years to come.
In terms of that mentality, that buy-in,
Yep.
Obviously you have a lot of new faces on the team.
Yep.
How close do you think the team is? How far they've progressed in terms of playing how you've drawn it up on paper?
Yeah, I mean, we've faced some adversity and injuries already, which is a good and bad thing. We had high expectations for BG, and she had them for herself, and unfortunately, an unexpected injury. And so it's kind of forced our hand to play smaller at times. There's been nights where we've played Sophie at the 5, which she probably never dreamed of. And we probably didn't dream of this early, but we've had to kind of change course. It's something that we eventually wanted to get to. So I think offensively, it's kind of forced our hand a little bit. It's probably hurt us more at the defensive end, just not having BG back there. And, we've maybe had to switch a little bit more. And we felt like with BG, we were going to maybe be undersized a little bit, just the other 4. But we were going to be able to take that on just because of our competitive spirit with our guards. And so, and now Beck Allen has been out. So we've faced some things. I think our team has an understanding of how we want to play. And that's the goal. We want to see big picture. And, we had like everyone, a short training camp. And, when I watched Connecticut and New York, I told the team today, it looks like those are teams that have been together for more than a year. And so, we've got some catching up to do, but we're not going to force it.
I'm curious. It doesn't know the idea of BG, but, I'm curious what you make of this moment for her.
Yeah.
Where, she was just promoting her book and telling her story on pretty big stages.
Yeah.
And now she's sidelined and wanting to participate with you guys.
Yeah.
And then what's lingering in the back of her mind is probably the Olympics. So I'm just curious, as a coach, how do you support her and how do you sort of look at this moment for her?
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing is when I got the job, it was the off season, but she was in Phoenix and I got to spend time with her and get to know her as a person. And she's just an absolutely awesome human being. And, this was her first real off season of work to, work on her body, work on her game. And, she was having a tremendous training camp and kind of the rug was pulled out from underneath her with this injury. And so, I'm sure that there's times where when we're playing well, she's got thoughts of like, hey, how do I fit into this? And then when I hope she's thinking, when they're playing well, I'm going to raise the level. And then there's nights like last night where it's, I can help this team. And so, that's maybe more a question for her. But yeah, I know that she's a big part of what we're going to do moving forward, both offensively and defensively. And I know that she feels that from our staff also.
Going back to the offensive system for a second, I know coaches have different philosophies
Yep.
on this, but you guys are so much a rim and beyond the arc focus. I wonder if you have even a percentage that you're looking to get to of the relatively low number of 2s. I know if you look at like the NCAA level, some teams are in the single digits.
Yeah.
Do you have a metric in mind, and do you think it's realistic to get to such a metric year one?
I think it's just more educating our group on, what the efficiency of points per shot and how important the rim is and how important the 3 is. I don't want to take away from mid-range shots. I mean, I do want to take it away from just understanding the value. There's a time and place for mid-range shots into the shot clock, playoff basketball with your best players, but getting your role players to know that we want rim and 3, I think are extremely important. So we haven't set a number like, hey, we want less than 8 mid-range shots, but we continually talk about 30 to 35 threes a game. And as a player, I think that's a fun way to play. I would have enjoyed that for sure, and yeah, so we've got some navigating to do. They've been extremely open to the idea, and we've had some good nights, and like last night, we struggled. So I think we'll bounce back tonight and continue to try to play the way we want to play.
What does also parts in the court?
Oh, dang, that was
I saw BG on the court doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Any update on when she might be?
Well, it's good to see her without the boot. So we're headed in the right direction. I think it's been good for her mentally to get out of the boot. And yeah, every day we're getting closer. I know she can't wait and we can't wait.
Going off the question before about the mid-range
Yep.
shots, in practice, in drills, are there specific parts of the court that you emphasize? Either, I know coaches use tape, they use setups, they use
Yeah.
chalk, whatever, to sort of drill those locations
Yeah.
in terms of, your set placements. Are there specific timings you're going for to drill that into players' heads, make it secondary?
Yeah, so kind of the no shot zone, or we call it the manure strip, is 16 feet to the 3-point line. And so we try to avoid those possessions and those shots. You can use a certain word for it if you want, but anyway, 16 feet and in, 15 feet and in are kill shots. Those are shots that we want to get to. So it's education. It's to start the year, we really broke down each player's efficiency from different spots on the floor and showed them video and how important it was to get to certain areas. And like I said, I think our group is buying into it. Obviously, we can do some things better in the half court and play to the second side a little bit more. But just watching film individually as a group and just telling them the importance of the different shot profiles we want.
One more. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just on this notion of how the W has evolved in a short period of time, there was a time here in New York in around 2021 when they were doing very similar things to what you all are doing now. They had Natasha Howard playing the 5 alongside these bigger wing ball handler type players. And so I guess what I want to know is, in 2021, it didn't work very well.
Mhm.
And so 3 years later, what has made this system work better for you? Because you guys, I think it's 44.7 or your shots at 23.
Yeah.
So what has happened in the league that 3 years later, you're getting much more success?
Well, it's early and we're 3-3, so I don't know how much success we've had yet. I think, when Nick was hired as our general manager, me coming here from the NBA, we just wanted to explore and try some different things. And so you kind of do what you know, right? And so we're going to see how it works and how we evolve. And this is the way that he sees basketball and I see it, and we're going to give it our best shot. And I think game 10 will be a lot better than we were hopefully last night, and game 20 and game 30. And like I said, this is a new group with a new staff and a new system, and so we want to evolve and be playing our best basketball at the end of the year. And with the injuries and with different people out, I think you will continue to see us improve, because people that weren't maybe getting the opportunity are going to get the opportunity now. And so, I don't think that we coming in like trying to change the game or anything. It's just like, it's kind of what we've believed in, and we're going to give it a shot.
Thanks, Hank.
Yes, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.